Got a new box in the mail from Vevor.
Watch out, man. You be dangerous. See? Don't try to spell Billy around nothing. He'll tell you you're good, and then you'll wind up hurt. And then he'll laugh at you about it.
I'm the Punisher, son.
I
only laugh about it because motherfuckers always cry when I just hurt a little bit. Like, ooh,
we got
shut
power
up.
cord. Some cleaner, some detergent.
Get the fuck out of here. You guess what this is?
Oh man.
It's the air still.
Countertop, 1 gallon.
1 gallon countertop air still. I've always wanted to play with one of these. Thanks, Vevor.
So we have a fan on top. So you plug it in.
Me and Vevor getting along like peas and carrots. If you can't tell.
We just go together like peas and carrots. Detergent, it's cleaner.
I know that. But I was reading the rest of it. I could see detergent. I could see that the first fucking word says detergent. I read that, but I was reading the sentence that came after that.
It being shiny. I thought you was looking at it because it was shiny.
Ooh, it's fucking shiny.
I was trying to help, man.
On the inside, stainless steel liner. Family used distilled water machine. Yeah. So they give you some cleaner, stainless cleaner. It looks like it's probably salt. There's a lid to it.
There's a giant heat sink in there.
It is. They got a big old heat sink, don't it?
Little fan that cools it down.
All right.
This thing's gonna make some good water.
Yeah, of course we're gonna run water through it.
You know we're gonna run water through it.
Stupid.
We're gonna raid Hillbilly's pantry and run some old wines.
Yep.
We've had stored.
We're gonna make a rum
for 2 years.
We're gonna make a rum with this.
We're gonna take all rum bouillon.
So
pirate wine. Alright, so you take the little square, you put it in there sideways with the screw part out. Behind the band. Let me get the blue piece up on. Get that film. And it's easier if you lay it on its side and you have somebody help you. That's fancy. Sweating. It's warm over here. There's a lot of beef in this corner. Alright, so follow the instructions. You'll be glad you did. Power cord.
kind of like a coffee pot.
Yeah. Oh, so that's going to sit on top of there, and this is going to sit. That's cool. And that's the head. And that's your liquor on top.
You dump your liquor in here. Put this on top. Catch your liquor in there. Coffee pot full of liquor.
That's my kind of coffee, because I hate coffee. Well, I think it's time we get a...
Let's go get the wine.
Let's get something put in this. Something. Get it rolling.
Hold on, I gotta look at this. Some of the air stills out there, there's a rubber grommet that you gotta remove to do liquor. Let me look up in here. Nope. It's all metal, baby. Little charcoal bag inside there for your liquor to run through. Clean her up a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
It's a coffee pot that does liquor.
Bro, if you live in an apartment, you got a small space, you know, all your hobbies got the old lady angry and she don't want you to get nothing big. Man, this is a good way to start and they're cheap. Yeah, let's go get something to put in this. So we get the lid. Wow! It's crazy. Super clean. So this is the Vevor YMK40107.
Alright, so I made a bunch of wine a while back. I made some rum, and then I made some wine out of molasses. I used too much molasses. I think we used coconut and pineapple in it.
It's alright.
It's okay. But you see, I called it pirate wine.
It's old. So all these wines here, I'll put a description for each one of these on how to make them if you want to go check it out in the comment section.
Alright, so I'm thinking that molasses wine, it's going to come out being a rum. So let's add this.
Sounds like a rum to me.
It's probably going to be a really good fruity rum. I'm going to add, we made wine out of Miss Buttersworth, right? Little maple in your rum. Can you imagine?
She got freaky. You gotta check that video out.
That smells good.
Should get you a drink out of there before you turn it on.
And then this is raspberry wine. All this is leftover wines I had sitting around. None of them were great by themselves. You know, not something you're like, I really want to drink a whole bottle at one time. The Miss Buttersworth wasn't bad, but I made a maple that knocks it socks.
Oh, it wasn't nowhere near this. A lot of artificialness in that Miss Buttersworth. It was just, you know, there for a while we was just making wine out of everything we could find, and so you know, did Miss Buttersworth, had to do the maple. So it's got a fill line in there. It says you can fill up to that.
Yeah.
And it said don't exceed it. But
we're right under
our first run, we're just going to run 4/5 in it. That way we're just a little shy. So it says when it comes to running this thing, man, there is no temperature setting. You just turn it on and you set your time. And it says for water, you should start dripping in about 30 minutes. So, you know, I don't see it being any different than that. So it's legit, just set it and forget it. And
yeah, but we got to take the heads off of it. So I'm not going to use this container until we're done with the heads.
We'll catch a little bit of heads out of it.
So we really don't even need this part. This coffee pot. I mean, it's a cool little pot.
We're going to show you collecting in it. We're going to collect in it.
So I need a mason jar.
We got his ham bone. Look at that.
All right, Hambone, get the fuck out of the way. Explain it.
All right, turn it on. And then you'll see it's flashing up here. Fahrenheit, Celsius. You can choose between the different temperature settings. And then you can raise your temperature or lower it. We're going to set it at 185.
Yeah, that's a good temp. We'll see how it comes out at 185. If it's not hot enough or it's too hot, we'll
and then you hit
we'll let you know at the end.
You hit the set button again, and it brings you down to the minutes. And hit it again, it takes you over to the tens of minutes. Hit it a third time, it takes you to the hours. We're going to start it at 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then just let it go, and it'll do its thing. And so it said that you should be getting a drip in about 30-45 minutes. So we're just going to let it heat up. You see the real temperature as opposed to what you have it set. It's just going to keep climbing until she starts dripping. Now we just need a mason jar.
Alright, we had to crank her all the way up to 205 to get anything out of her. It's taken us quite a while to get a drip. It's a learning curve. It's the first time running. We started at what, 170, 180?
Yeah, it was like 185.
And then we went up 5 degrees, went up 5 degrees, and
it's been 1 hour and 12 minutes, and then we cranked it up and it started running.
Yeah. So we're gonna run her at 205, and if it starts dripping real fast, we'll back her down. But you know, every still is different, and this is a learning curve that we got to get under hand. Once I know how to run it, every time I'll know exactly how much time, the exact temperature. But so far, it smells good. We're getting some heads. We'll come back to you when we're running hearts. We ended it at a pint because it's all you're gonna get out of that little amount of wine. We tested it. It's a little under 100 proof. After that, it dropped dramatically, and we just cut it off. It smells great in here.
That old wine, our starting alcohol wasn't real high on that, so it wasn't real strong wine. But
And this is a little warm, but you know, it comes out dripping. One thing is now we know how to run this. We're gonna run it. Start it out hot, then back it down. You know, I think about 212 is the proper temp on this. It's not going to ever be exact. And a lot of guys are going to be like, that's
boiling. Like, no,
yeah.
It's not 212 degrees. It's just what you got to put it on to get it to run right for you.
It's what it reads at. I've had stills where I got to run them over 200 in order to get anything to come out of them. See that shit?
That's rummy. Rummy. That's not bad, man. I imagine if you put,
winey.
Yeah.
It's got that wine.
That wine's aged about 2 years, so it's about 2 year old.
Yeah, it has a wine twinge to it. I'd want to rerun that. Get that wine twinge going.
But, if you go to the website and you put in the code, you get 5% off. This thing's, what, $110?
Yeah.
And this is one of the nicer ones that we've seen. Like,
yeah, it's very nice,
yes.
Hair Distiller. And for that price, it's solid, stainless, easy to clean. Comes with this cool-ass coffee pot. Shit hits the fan and you're a prepper, you could always, make your own distilled water. I don't see me ever using this to run alcohol. I'll just put a mason jar on it. This is too big. This is for running water.
Now, if you broke your coffee pot, there you go. You got a second coffee pot.
Yeah. I mean, it is a real nice pot.
It is a real nice pot.
Everything they make, like as far as the stainless side goes, it's on point.
Yeah.
But
what a great machine, man.
There's some liquor, and I bet you if you crank this thing at first and then back it down once it's at about 210, 212, that it wouldn't take you but 30 minutes, and you're running, it would take you an hour to get you a pint of liquor. And the output is, you're running a small amount, so the output's going to be a small amount. But if you could get a pint out of each run,
got a gallon of mash and get you a pint out of it.
Like if you ran low wines,
that's enough to get the average person drunk. Maybe not the unaverage person, but for most people, that's more than enough.
I have a very high tolerance for alcohol.
So for like me and normal people, that pint of liquor there is good enough for a couple weekends.
That'd be gone.
That's enough to prime Philbilly's engine. So it all depends on who you are. You Philbilly, you gotta run something 20 gallons. If you're going to get drunk. You make easy, man, that's good enough to get you through. So
I drink till my kidneys hurt the next day.
$110, man, I'm probably going to get me one of these for my counter.
Well, I mean, to me, running mash through it wouldn't be ideal. You're going to get a very low, you probably get half this if you run a mash. Well, I don't know. You'd probably get that.
You might get more depending upon, your sugar and alcohol.
If you take a gallon of low wines or liquor, if you take a gallon of liquor, you proof it down to 40, and you end up with a gallon of 40 proof liquor. You run it through here, you're going to get some top-notch, redistilled countertop liquor in your kitchen.
You might wind up with a quart if you're rerunning 40 proof liquor.
Yeah. So far, I think this is by far one of the best air distillers on the market.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
And for that price, it's straight up top. It's not like the older ones. It's upgraded. There's no rubber grommets you got to take off. It has this cool little chamber that folds down.
Is she warm?
That you could put. You see this?
You're good.
You could put a little charcoal packet in there if you're really into that. I mean, I don't really use charcoal too often, but it's pretty badass, man.
Smell that cooked molasses.
Yeah.
It
smells great in here.
It does.
This tastes real winey, and that has nothing to do with this. It has to do with what we put in it. We put a bunch of wine in it, and we got, I think it ran a little too, the proof was a little too low.
I mean, real.
Just sitting back.
I'm sure Philbilly's going to make a video or two with this thing. So
yeah, we'll play with it.
Now that we know how to run it, the next one's going to be a lot cooler, and I'm sure the liquor's going to be a lot better. So.
If you're interested, click the link, get the coupon code, and go get you one. See y'all later.
Bye. Have a nice night. Dude, we need to go raid the old lady's cabinet and dump all her shit in there so don't drink.
Oh, yeah.